Hey guys, what's going on? Tom Spark back with another video. And today I'm going to be making a video about a router ExpressVPN sent me. Hey guys, if you haven't already, make sure to check out vpntierlist.com. This is like the central hub of the channel where you can find all the VPNs ranked in the tier list, explanations for updates and changes of scores in the transparency report, stuff about the RVP program, my favorite products, a fact page answering some of the most common questions, and even links to my Twitter account. Anyways guys, back to the video. Also guys, if you want to help support the channel, make sure to click on some of the links down in the description down below. So ExpressVPN, if you're watching this, thanks a lot. This will be a pretty cool video. And basically what I'm going to be doing guys is talking about this router experience that ExpressVPN has. I've been talking to them a little bit this year, going back and forth with them, and they said one of the main selling points of their service that I didn't account for in my review was that they have one of the best router softwares on the market. Pretty unique, they said. And it's true, there isn't really that many VPNs with like a router software. I don't really think there is any other one really. Let me know down in the comments down below if you know one. But I don't think there's anything else like this. So I'm gonna be testing it out, see if it's like, really that good or easy to use. There are other routers like the GLINet routers, which I've been testing lately, which do have pretty good software, pretty good mobile apps especially, and make it really easy to set up WireGuard and stuff like that. So I don't think you could put WireGuard on this one, which is definitely a little bit of a bummer, but hopefully the rest of the experience is pretty good and intuitive, more so than some of the other ones, like DDWRT. It's hard to say. It's also hard to configure and a pain in the ass, although pretty secure. So we're going to be testing this one out. This is primarily going to be used with ExpressVPN, I think. We'll find out if we could use it with any other actual VPNs, but I would suspect that it's primarily for ExpressVPN customers. If you guys are using ExpressVPN, this will be a good video for you. Maybe if you are thinking about switching to it, this also could be interesting to you. I'll put a link down in the description down below. We can get a couple months free with ExpressVPN if you want to switch to them or if you want to try them out. This could just be an interesting video as well to learn a little bit more behind the scenes about router softwares and stuff like that. Maybe if you're looking for a really good VPN that has good router support, this could be the one as well if you like, what you're seeing with this router. So here we go guys, this is the router itself. They sent me a WRT 3200 ACM, so pretty good router they sent me here. It's a tri-stream 5 gigahertz, I guess gigabit router. We'll have to see kind of, what kind of speeds we can get with this bad boy though. This is what it looks like. We got the router, and we got some pretty good instructions here. So I think with ExpressVPN, the way they kind of do this primarily is that you can buy a router, your own on Amazon or something like that. You just kind of install the software on the router and you just kind of upload the firmware, or you can buy a kind of pre-flashed router from this website called Flash Routers, which is probably going to be a little bit more expensive because they kind of flash it for you. So you have the physical setup. You're just going to plug it in and everything like that. You're going to connect it to the internet. And then once you do that, you're going to pretty much access the ExpressVPN router page and get started. So here we have this Linksys router. I'm trying to decide if this looks new. Let's do a sniff test. It smells pretty new. Do I smell ExpressVPN on this? Smells like it could be new. I'm surprised there's not any plastic on it, so maybe it's not new. And then we have this here. We got some of these antenna. Go ahead and put those on. I hate these antenna. I always kind of hate these antenna. Putting these on, they always kind of, they get kind of bent and whatnot like this, when you're putting it on, kind of a pain. Maybe this one won't be like that, but my experience. And then of course we got the Ethernet cable, which we will plug into my main modem, charging port. Got anything else in here? Looks like that's probably it. All right guys, so I'll be back with you soon once we get this thing up and connected. Okay guys, so pretty much I've connected the router. I went to a IP address kind of thing to log into the router's website, and now I'm here. So apparently there is a password on the sticker with a dash, and I'm not supposed to include the dash. So let's go ahead and type that in, see what happens. Okay, there we go. Looks like we now have to sign into ExpressVPN. So let's go ahead and do that. Copy and paste the code, sign in. I kind of wish, honestly, that they would have let you just enter in your password and login information from the website, but you have to use the code. Kind of like the application, I suppose. And there we go. Looks like we're up and running. Let's go ahead and install this little update. So let's see here. All right, so we found the file here. We're going to click on this. We found the file. Now we're going to update it. So here we go. See if this works. Looks like it's updating on the router. So we're still just kind of waiting here for the update. All right, so that was not too bad. I had to kind of figure out where to go to put it in. So I kind of had to figure that out. But yeah, it looks like we are kind of up and going. Let's go ahead and connect, just see how that works. All right, nice. So we are connected. Picked a server that's good for our location. Let's go ahead and explore around here a little bit. So we have the automatic options. We have Lightway, OpenVPN, a couple different options here. We're going to disable this and enable Lightway. So it's supposed to be faster, so it's going to take change. Let's go ahead and disconnect, go back here and select Lightway. And there we go. So it should be connected now. Let's do this. So there we go. We should have Lightway. It's nice to see the support for Lightway. We'll have to do a little bit of tests to see, you know, what kind of speed effect we get with Lightway compared to without it. I'll be testing it on my phone because it has a better Wi-Fi than my computer. My computer's Wi-Fi chip is actually pretty bad. So we're going to be looking here. We have some of the information about Wi-Fi settings. We can separate that. Some advanced settings here. Here's some internet settings, network settings. So we have some more router settings, software update, backup or restore, port forwarding. That's nice to see there. Dynamic DNS. So that's kind of cool. So you could use one of these DNSs. And that looks to be about it. So now let's go ahead and do some speed tests to see what kind of speeds we can get with this kind of ExpressVPN VPN service and as well as the router. Okay guys, so firstly we're going to be doing a test with my gigabit mesh router, see what kind of speeds we can get. You know, with my phone connected to that router. It doesn't have VPN on it at all. So these are the kind of speeds I'm getting right now, pretty good speeds. A little bit of limit with the phone, of course. Getting Ethernet, I do get closer to around that gig. So we're going to be looking at, of course, you know, what kind of speeds we can get with this ExpressVPN router, flash with their software. And then we're going to be kind of comparing it as well to like using the app on my phone. You know, it would be interesting to see the differences there. So firstly, what we're going to do is switch Wi-Fi to the router, the ExpressVPN router. Okay, so we are connected to the ExpressVPN server around Seattle. Should be Lightway protocol. So as you can see, there is a bit of a speed decrease there, around half. It'll be interesting to see, you know, what kind of speeds we can get with the application on the phone in comparison. So there you go, not bad speeds. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what we get with the app now. Okay guys, so we're connecting to ExpressVPN's application. Wait, hold on. Let's go ahead and check if they have Lightway. So it doesn't seem like they support Lightway yet on the phone. Looks like they only have OpenVPN and Ike. So that could be consideration as well. So let's go ahead and see what kind of speeds we can get nevertheless. So keep in mind, we did get 145 and 90 with the router. So let's do it again. So we're getting a little bit faster, just a little bit, maybe 20, 30. So that's actually pretty interesting. Thinking about the convenience of the router, it does make kind of a good case for using it, especially, you know, on smart devices, TVs and stuff that doesn't support it. You should still be able to get a pretty good experience without too much change from using the application itself. You know, I would expect to see a little bit more speeds here, especially, you know, if the application on the phone did support Lightway. It's nice to see that the router does. So there could be some differences there as well. So guys, in conclusion, what do I think about the ExpressVPN router experience? Do I think it's worth it? Well, I think they do have a really good out-of-the-box experience. It comes with an instruction guide. You pretty much just connect the router as you normally would. You upload new kind of software or an update to the router itself. which makes it a pretty good experience for anyone trying to do a VPN router kind of experience. I kind of wish that the router itself did have a way to update the software from like the software page itself, not having to upload something, because originally what you can kind of do with ExpressVPN software is that you could kind of put it on any router that is supported by it, like Asus, Netgear, and Linksys and stuff like that. And the way you actually install on those routers is you just install the software kind of by uploading it on there, and that kind of gets you going as well. So I'm not sure if there's like a huge case for maybe buying a pre-flashed router, because at the end of the day, you're still going to have to update it and upload software to it, even though it's not hard at all. Now, in comparison to some other router experiences I've tested, something like GLINet has really good mobile app and stuff like that. The way it works there is that pretty much what you're doing is uploading configs and stuff like that if the VPN you're using isn't supported. So with that, the limitation is that you kind of have to pick a protocol and stuff like that and a server and then upload it, and then you're kind of stuck with that. The cool thing about this ExpressVPN router software is that you can switch all the protocols and you can switch servers on it very easily, so that's a definite plus in my opinion. Another cool thing about the kind of overall experience is that ExpressVPN natively unblocks most streaming services. So with some other VPN providers, like I've done in the past with TorGuard and some of those GLINet routers, basically what you're going to have to do is upload a streaming IP configuration to the router, which isn't hard, and I've showed videos on how to do that. However, the limitation there is that you're kind of doing it in one location. With ExpressVPN, the plus is that I could connect to the Seattle location in the router software and then use any device and connect to it and get access to USA streaming services. Or I could go back into the software, which isn't hard at all, and then I could just switch servers, and then I could watch, let's say, the Japanese version of Netflix or anything like that on all my other devices. So that's a definite plus. In terms of speeds, they were pretty good. I still would like to see some kind of WireGuard options from ExpressVPN. It's a little tricky to tell, which is the better protocol, Lightway or WireGuard. I'm still not quite sure. Sometimes Lightway is just as competitive and just as fast. Sometimes it's a little bit slower. Sometimes my speeds can vary just a bit. Today I got pretty good results, whether due to the router or ExpressVPN. It's kind of hard to tell. I did get some better speeds in some of my past router experiences with VPN providers, but some of those routers I was using were less powerful. And it was a little bit of time ago where perhaps they had other VPNs might have had less servers, or some of the protocols were a little bit outdated. So that's also a consideration. It's a little tricky to test speeds to be exact, of course. Overall, I think this has been a pretty cool experience for me testing out ExpressVPN's router software. They sent it to me to kind of show you guys some of the pros about it. And I think for the most part, I would agree that it is a good experience and a good router software. And one of the best ways actually to unblock streaming services house-wide, due to the flexibility I mentioned before. I would recommend it really for that, to be honest. And I think that is one of the main use cases. So if you guys are looking to get a router experience to perhaps do that, use VPN to unblock streaming services house-wide, I would definitely recommend this. You can also just use ExpressVPN on your computer or on your other devices if you want to. Like I said before, if you want to use my code or link down in the description down below, you can get 3 months free with a year subscription of ExpressVPN. Keep in mind, guys, this video wasn't sponsored by ExpressVPN or anything like that. I am an affiliate for them. They just decided to send me this router so I could show you guys some of the cool things about it. If you guys want to check out some of my other VPN reviews, feel free to do so. Check out some high-rated VPNs on the tier list. Tier 1 are probably the most recommended. And I'll see you again in the next video very soon.